Howdy, I'm Jason Hill.
And I'm not. Actually, I'm James Blackburn.
Yeah, to me would be bad.
Sorry, man.
And this is No Joke Survival.
Preparations for the average family.
And our goal is to teach you some simple and easy ways to get started with prepping in case of a natural disaster or a crisis.
On this week's episode, we're going to go into some food preparation and food storage techniques that exist to help you out.
And speaking of which, this is a topic that I know Danny likes a lot, so let's go ahead and bring her in for this one.
Yeah.
Danny!
It's not on the table, you guys.
Oh, we fooled you again. Yeah. We're only talking about food. We're not actually eating it yet.
Okay, well, we can talk about food, and it reminds you how awesome food is when you get to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with food storage, there's a lot of different types of foods that you can store. One of them, which is kind of common, is the MRE, which is the meal ready to eat, the military issue type stuff. And those are nice because they have like a water content. You don't have to rehydrate them. And they're all packaged up and ready to go.
And they're fairly high calorie, too, to get you through the day, right?
Correct. And, they're great for backpacking or just having one in your car in case of an emergency. You break down somewhere. They're really good to have.
Where can you pick those up? I mean,
Locally, you can normally find them like at an Army surplus store, but there's numerous places online. Everything's online nowadays, so a couple clicks and they drop ship them right to your door.
Nice. So MREs, not just for the military anymore.
Correct.
They're for everyone.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
So, go ahead. Prepackaged items that are dehydrated.
Yeah.
I saw you brought some in earlier for the beginner's box. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, well, I like to think of the prepackaged dehydrated food items kind of like the non-military version of MREs. Though with those, I guess you could say for the prepackaged dehydrated food, you do need to add water to them. And what a lot of them, all you have to do is just add, a cup or whatever, boiling water, stir it up, and then it's ready to go. And there's all kinds of different kinds out there. You can, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you love beef, chicken, whatever.
Jelly Mac.
And desserts. I have, I'm a little hesitant about the desserts, so I'll say I've never tried their,
I have.
the
Camping.
desserts.
They're yummy,
but-
too. Yeah.
Okay, you guys say they're good.
So on that prepackaged food that you brought in, you can pour the water right into the packaging, right?
Exactly. I mean, the lining inside the bags are specifically designed to where you can add the water straight to it. That way you're not making messes and you don't have to dirty up any more, any additional pots and pans if you don't need to.
And since it's a survival show, you should carve your own spoon out of a block of wood before you eat it.
Yes.
If you have this unending amount of time and love to whittle, then maybe. But
Yeah, I forgot my wooden spoon at home today, but I'm
You have
sorry.
5 or 10 minutes as it's cooking, so you have time to carve a spoon.
just take a knife real quick.
As viewers will see on future episodes, we were pretty good with a knife and,
That's
and,
right.
and sticks.
Hopefully.
Okay, another popular item, canned goods. We have some
ones.
on the shelves. Most people have them in their pantry. Soup is a real popular one, but also canned vegetables and fruit.
Yep.
And those are great because they last a long time. And the key is just to rotate them out. As you buy more, kind of put them to the back.
Yeah.
Move the other stuff forward so that you're using it before its expiration date.
Right.
Exactly. You can use that first in, first out mentality. That way if you keep, as you say, rotating, you're not thinking, oh, did this expire 2 years ago? Yes, in fact, it did. And for canned fruits as well, if you're in that crisis situation, you need to make sure that you have a water intake. And a lot of canned fruits have, it's kind of sugary water, but there's liquid in
Sure.
there as well.
Yep.
And, nothing should go to waste. So you have that there as well.
And the other nice thing is that most of the expiration dates on those cans, it's more of a suggested buy. There's been lots of times where people have eaten them past that time
Yep.
and they're still good.
Yep.
So just be careful and use your best judgment. So
And you can always use, like a can of black beans to make something bigger, like a pretty rockin' quesadilla, as I make
Yeah.
every.
some other great items are like beans and rice and flour, honey. Yeah, honey lasts forever. You know.
So tune back after the break, and we're going to go into a lot more detail on the various items that you can store that don't require a refrigerator.
And how to store them.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
how long to store them.
Exactly. Lots of who, what, where, when, why, hows.
And how to cook a good casserole with them.
Hopefully, as long as you don't burn it, it's all right. You know, just kind of scrape off the top.